Hey guys, while I'm doing my makeup, I want to quickly talk about something that I just thought of and thought might be helpful for you guys. And so, what I want to talk about is extremes because my mom, she loves saying everything is fine, but just don't take it to the extreme. And I generally really like the message of that, and I agree that you just shouldn't exaggerate things. Because I was thinking of a TikTok that I saw today where a guy tattooed himself the barcode of like a really typical German or like European thing, which is very low fat, kind of like yogurt with a lot of protein. And he was like a gym bro. And I just thought, like, oh my god, imagine you're so much into pumping and going to the gym that you literally tattoo yourself like a gym food. And but then I was thinking, because she was always telling me when I was in my recovery, like, just don't take it to the extreme. And then I have to say, like, the recovery is just the one big exception to this don't take it to the extreme rule. Because with most things in life, really, you shouldn't take it to the extreme. But with recovery, you just have to be extreme because you are in an extreme state. You have extreme hunger, so you will have to eat extreme amounts of food. You will have to like not move in an extreme way, like to, I don't know how to say that, but you will have to rest to a lot more than most people around you because you have exhausted yourself over the years. And so now what you have to do is you have to really rest and eat and make up for it, and that's not a normal thing. And so you have to accept that you will be in a very extreme state while you do recovery. You will be extremely hungry, you will be extremely tired, blah blah blah. Like, it's just full of extremes. And as I said, like, I'm generally not a fan of extremes, but in recovery, it just that you will have to accept that you will have to live with being an extreme for several months until you kind of like normalize your hormones, normalize your hunger, normalizes, blah blah blah. But until then, I'm using this palette. I got it as a gift. It's by Lancome and it's really beautiful. You can see my phone. But anyway, I really like to use like a mixture between those two shades. And so, yeah, as I said, like, in recovery, just accept that you are extreme and don't try to compare yourself to people who are not in such a weird state of life like you are, because obviously you will have to eat differently and just behave differently than a person who's not in recovery, because their body is normal, in a normal state, and your body is currently like trying to recover from a huge restrictive time period. And so that is just very, very different than what you're going through. And so if someone eats and says like, oh, I just ate so much, and you're like, what the fuck, this is not much for me, like, this is actually little for me, remember that they don't have to make up for I don't know how much time with no food, whereas you have to make up for months or years of dieting and restricting and maybe even purging, etc. So obviously the same amount of food will not be enough for you, whereas for that person maybe it's an extreme amount of food. And maybe if you really recover after a year, it will be the same for you. Like, this amount of food will be a lot, but currently you're in recovery, so it's different. Just take that with you.